We're here talking about my grandpa.
Grandpa was born February 13, 1934. From what they say, back then they didn't. When you were born on the reservation, they didn't have nurses there to write down the correct date and time and stuff. So
What could I know about him?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I got to know him after we graduated from school, or I graduated from school, and he used to come to my work. I used to be a waitress over at the rec hall. Oh, and he was into track too when he was in high school, in school. He had a lot of ribbons, trophies. He was always winning in the race. We started going to feasts. They used to have this coming out feast.
he graduated high school and then he went off to, from what I remember, um, California. He went to college for welding.
Yeah, I had the three kids. Guy and Cindy, a mom, Cher.
I don't know. He always had a good sense of humor. He liked to laugh and joke around.
He was always funny. He was always funny. Like they used to, when we go out of town, they used to follow me around, like follow the leader, him and the kids. Sometimes I'll be ahead of them and I look back and they're behind me, following me, or copy me, whatever I do. Yep. He wasn't into Superman. Those kind of movies. Yep. Yeah, we used to go to a movie a lot. Yeah, we used to go get a room, Farmington, and go to the movies, casino.
I don't know. It was like that. He was a man that you could basically open up yourself to, and he would do the same. But at the same time, I would also say that he was a man of secrets, but like he kept some secrets to himself, you know. And another thing I didn't know was that he was in a movie.
Grandma told me that he did. That he was in one of those westerns. That he had to fall off the horse, and he was filming towards Santa Fe in the field somewhere. I don't know, but he was in the back. He wasn't like up front. He was an extra. Yeah, that's what Grandma told me. So I don't know. He never told me that part.
But unfortunately, the director cut all some scenes out, and some of those scenes included him. He was dressed up as traditional Native American, but he had a wig with a headband and whatnot. Yeah, the scene where he said that he was supposed to do was riding on a horse, but also fall off the horse, like as if he was shot off the horse, you know. Yeah, a couple things actually. I didn't know he was a firefighter.
Well, he used to be with the firefighters, forest fire. He was always going when there's fire outside, elsewhere, in other kind of states. Yeah, he was into that. Yeah, every summer he was always out fighting fire.
Which when we went through the storage, we saw where we found his firefighter helmet. You know, the wildland forest firefighters.
His favorite football team, the Ravens. Yes, he's into Ravens. Well, he was the type of guy that gives you team, even though you're not interested in that team, but he said, "That's your team." Yep, that's how he was.
My dad, he liked to go to the ranch. He loved ranch work. He owned cattle. He rode horse. He um, took care of the cows. He rounded up
He branded them, ear tagged them, made sure they had their shots. No, he loved it. That was his ranch life. Ranch life is what he loved.
My favorite memory was whenever we were at ranch this one time. He does this all the time, but this one time he did it and it just rained. He went up to the hill to go just sit up there, just cool down, to have a good time looking at the view. And he crawled, he came back to us all muddy, and we were all laughing at him because he had mud all over him, his knees, his hands. He was all mad, and we asked him if he went up there, and he was like, I made it up there. He's like, I'm here now, and he was all in mud. It's probably my favorite memory because he was all muddy.
No, but he showed me how to drop a cow. You gotta use your hip. Yep, he used to like this. Yep. You gotta put your hip into it. I didn't know that, but yeah. I like the one about him and Grandma. How he said that he told her they were getting married. He said his horse got on the hind legs after they got married. That's what he said. Yep, I like that story. That one, of all his stories, that's probably the best. They went to the church and they got married, and he said that he told her to had her jump in the back of the horse, and he said that his horse went on hind legs and they rolled off together. That's probably my best story. That's probably my favorite out of all his stories, because he has a lot, but that's my favorite.
Which characters that at least resemble to me, you say?
That resembles to him.
Oh, well, King Jaehaerys Targaryen, first of his name, though the people give him a nickname of the Consolator, or the Wise King, or the Old King.
That's a good question. What do you think? I want to say the Hulk, but no, because he didn't have a temper. He was very patient.
You know, I believe that he would just be his own character, you know, because I don't really see him as any other character out there in the world. You could say that someone could compare him to Superman, being caring and whatnot, but I believe he is his own character, you know, and I would compare him to no one, because he was the only one that I would look up to. He was this family's heart, you know. He was the one who kept us together.
He's like a rock to us, and it's hard to replace him.
No, he's just a great man. That's all I gotta say. He meant a lot to everybody.
Yes. He was a hard-working man back then. Yep. He didn't get help. He did everything himself because he always wanted his way. Yep. Sometimes I try to help him, telling him, you know, this way is easier, simple, you know, easy way to do it. But no, he'd rather do it the long way, the hard way. So I just leave him.
No, I miss everything. Miss everything about him.
Having him just walk up to me, hearing him doing all this chanting, singing, praying. I kind of miss it all, really.
I miss coming over and talking to him, telling him about my day, listening to what he experienced in the day. He'd tell me.
Sometimes when we're always about to go, when we're in Grandma's house, he always a little bit gives me a fist bump and like a wave, like a bye.
Sometimes there's good days, sometimes there's bad days for me. That's why at first I hated to go anywhere. I'd rather stay home. Yeah, and then finally the basketball season started. Then the grandma, she chose